Welcome to the Sandwich mod, or at least my demonstration of it. Now, the Sandwich was named after Lord Sandwich, a gentleman who was a addicted gambler. He liked to play poker. Or cards. I'm not sure if it was poker, but he refused to leave the table to eat, and he invented the sandwich, which was basically a slab of meat between two pieces of bread. Ironically, the history of food, they have tried to reinvent the wheel many times. For example, Frankfurters, which is what they called hot dogs before World War One. The first people to sell those actually tried to sell them without buns. I think one person actually tried to sell them with gloves so you wouldn't dirty your hand, but they decided to reinvent the wheel. So today we're going to talk about sandwiches. Sandwich mod and the making of sandwiches. Now, most of the material you already have. For example, this is wheat. We'll make bread with it. Pork chop, chicken, steak, fish, peanut butter, and jelly. And I'll explain how that works. Now, the grape, right here, and the peanuts make peanut butter and jelly. So let me first show you how to make bread. Is just like everything else around here. You know, three wheats. Let's make a whole bunch of it. But you put it back in here, and you get 5 slices of bread. See? So, steak cooked, put it in between. Steak sandwich, no mustard, sorry. Pork chop sandwich. Chicken sandwich. So far, I'm sure you're keeping up with me here. Cooked fish. Tuna fish. Well, fish sandwich. And of course, a jar of jelly and a jar of peanut butter makes a PB&J, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, you're asking, of course, how does one make peanut butter and jelly? Well, you find peanuts and grapes, and once again, I'll show how that works, how you find those. But first, let me show you how to make the see, there you go, like this, and there you go, and there you go. And once again, you can eat the peanuts or the jelly all by itself. It's not an issue. You don't have to make it into jelly and peanut butter. Now, there you go. So it's the same as making a glass bottle. Now, let me put this stuff away. How do you find peanuts and grapes? Well, if you watched my beer and wine, you know I already have wine grapes. But wine grapes and grapes used for jelly and jam are not the same. So let's first, let me see if I can find some jelly. You basically attack the vines. I don't want to destroy all the vines because I do want them to grow back. This is a renewable resource. So instead of collecting them with shears to make wine grapes, we attack them normally. They're not easy to get. They're not going to be stuff you're going to find. Not as easy as wine grapes to make. Now, this is somewhat realistic because, there it is, grapes, right there. It's somewhat realistic because the grapes used to make jelly and the grapes used to make wine are different grapes. Wine grapes have been cultivated over hundreds, if not thousands, of years. So you can make wild grapes into jam and jelly, but you really need especially bred grapes to make wine. In fact, the grapes they use for jam and jelly are also specially made. Now, what I'm doing, I'm looking for peanuts. And yeah, it's gonna be a while, probably. They're not that easy to find. They are a renewable resource like the grapes you find in the vine, because if you saw, hey, Peanut, if you saw what I was doing, I didn't destroy all the vines. I just, you know, they'll grow back. And this dirt, I can put back. That's just silly. And, you know, and I could probably dig it up later and find more peanuts. Now this is great mod, especially if you're doing a man versus Minecraft, because, you know, you can find edibles in the wild. This is gathering, basically. But also, if you want to have a civilized world, I mean, sandwiches are where it's at. And also, of course, if you want to have a tavern, sandwiches and peanuts are really an important part of tavern life. I mean, what is more important than bread made into sandwiches? That was a simple mod, wasn't it? It's easy to install. It uses the resources you already have available. There's nothing special you really need to do. You already know how to make glass bottles. You just put the peanuts or the grapes in the middle. So, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Salute!